But now you're saying you have to make sense with that confusion.
Not necessarily. It just helps you get out of it. That's right.
I guess
How are you feeling right now?
I don't know how to make sense.
I don't know how to make sense out of being confusing in a sensical way.
That's right. You really don't, do you? You really, really don't.
Don't.
You really don't. But the interesting thing is, beyond who you think you are, there's something making sense of all of this right now, right?
I hope so.
And how are you feeling as you consider what's beyond you that is making sense?
I hope that whatever it is beyond me makes a lot more sense than I'm thinking it does.
That's right. And how are you feeling? And how are you feeling at the same time? By the way, can you see?
I don't know.
Can you see? You really don't know, do you? You really don't know.
There's still an element of confusion there, though. I know.
There is an element of confusion, isn't there?
Yes.
And it's not an insignificant element of confusion.
It's certainly not.
Because it's not elemental.
No.
It's not.
No.
It's not elementary.
Sometimes it is, though.
Oh, sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Are you telling me you started solving your own problems while still being confused? Is that what you're saying to me?
That's
Because you are still confused, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you started solving the problem because I didn't come up with that.
How do I know I'm solving the problem?
But you just told me. Sometimes I just heard it from your lips. I mean, hey, did I make this up? Did I hallucinate this? So are you telling me you're starting to solve the problem without even knowing what you're doing? What's happening right now?
I'm getting confused again.
You are confused, aren't you? And how you feel about that?
Better than before.
You do. Isn't this nuts? You're feeling better, and you're more confused than you started. Do you think if you get more confused, you'll start feeling better still? So, I mean, the question would be...
No, I'm pretty sure no. No.
Because you're sure about that, aren't you? Are you confused about that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you're confused about whether or not you'll be feeling better when you have more confusion. It's your choice. We can keep going. One day you'll surrender.
If you want me to surrender, I'll definitely surrender.
No, you keep going. Because you know what? The longer you hold on, the better it'll feel. How are you doing right now?
I do feel that, yes.
You do feel that, don't you?
Yes, you're making sense.
That's right. But you know what's crazy? None of them understand what we're talking about.
I think you're right.
So now you're telling me that you understand something that they don't, whilst you're confused and they think they're clear, and you're the one that feels good?
It's confusing, isn't it? But it makes
sense.
sense.
Isn't it just? So how are you doing?
Better.
You are better, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
Do you think that's going to keep going?
I certainly hope so.
So do we. You're doing great. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, go on. I'll pay you later for that. That was beautiful. But did you all see? This is a beautiful example of what we're talking about. There's no magic in what I did. And in fact, please, no one ask me what I just did because I have no idea what I said. Seriously. I had my 3-second memory switched on, and all that's happening is he said something, and I just did this. I found what point in space is he not in? And the beauty is, he just keeps saying, like, I'm here, and he's pointing this way. So I'm going, all right, what's he pointing at? Believe it or not, you actually told me what to say. Right? You believe that? Great, because you and I understand each other. It's them who is confused now. So, but do you notice how there's nothing that's changed in terms of your internal structure? You're still probably confused, but it's kind of like you know what you're doing even though you're confused, right? Or at least you feel good about the whole process of not having to know exactly what's happening.
I feel good about not having to be totally confusing while I'm confusing something.
Adam, you just earned your certificate. Well done. Did you hear that? Now that makes sense to you, right?
It did, yes.
It really did, didn't it? We're on the same wavelength. They're not. All right, are you feeling steam coming out your ears yet, guys? It's good steam. I have no idea what he said. Can you repeat what you said? I have no idea what you said, but it makes sense.
Get the video.
Seriously. This is
Feel better about being
this is the nature of what happens, right? At the time, it's the right thing to say, and as soon as you said it, you have no idea what it was. All you know is what the impact was. Is that close to what your experience was just now?
I think I can get back to it. Yours in the beginning when we were doing the exercise over there, I thought we just had to take something and be completely confusing with wording. This is what, and I said, okay, great, I've done the exercise, and yet Igor was saying that that's how he started to do this, by just using confusing language, but it didn't quite feel right because it was like kind of gibberish coming out. And then he actually kind of led into you can be the word I want to look for is you can be confusing to someone but still have it make sense. Still have it make sense in some way. So through that whole dialogue, I learned that using confusing language can still make sense and get somebody out of that place.